Welcome back to my channel. Today we will break down one of the most talked about characters after the major update of DC, Dark Legion, and that is Arsenal, also known as Roy Harper. In the previous version, Arsenal was probably a rather underwhelming choice, often limited to a counterattack support role and not truly standing out in the meta. However, everything has completely changed. Arsenal has now transformed into a mythic hero specializing in physical DPS and especially an extremely important debuffer, capable of dealing a massive amount of physical damage without having to wait for the enemy to attack anymore. The purpose of today's video is to go deep into analyzing each of his skills, from how the new Deadly Mark works, the effectiveness of the turret in battle, to how to build the optimal team so Arsenal can quickly unleash his ultimate. Let's explore why Arsenal has become an irreplaceable physical character in your lineup after this update. Now, we will dive into how Arsenal's 4 skills work together to create an extremely effective chain of physical damage and debuff combos. First is on target, which is the key that unlocks the damage potential of Arsenal and the entire team. When activated, Arsenal deals physical damage equal to 400% of his attack stat to one enemy, while immediately applying Deadly Mark for 8 seconds. The key point here is that Deadly Mark has been changed. At level 5, it increases the target's physical damage taken by 20%. This turns Arsenal into a heavy debuffer. He does not only deal damage himself, but also increases the damage of all other physical DPS allies on the field, creating an 8-second burst damage window. Next is Retribution, and this skill has completely changed the old counterattack mechanic. Instead of waiting for the enemy to use their ultimate, Arsenal deploys an untargetable ballista turret that lasts for 15 seconds. What is special is that this turret attacks the nearest enemy every 3 seconds, dealing 200% physical damage based on Arsenal's attack. More importantly, it prioritizes attacking targets affected by Deadly Mark. This creates a perfect damage loop. Skill 1 marks the target, then the turret from Skill 2 focuses fire on that target, continuously triggering the 20% increased damage taken effect, ensuring Arsenal always maintains stable DPS and maximizes his total output in every battle. Next is Rain of Destruction. This is the strongest burst damage skill of Arsenal. He fires 9 arrows into the sky, and each arrow deals physical damage equal to 240% of his attack to a random enemy. In total, this skill can deal more than 260% total damage, making it one of the highest among all damage-dealing heroes, second only to Deathstroke. Although the damage is random, when combined with Deadly Mark applied by Skill 1, this ultimate easily wipes out weak targets or deals huge damage to the enemy's key units. It acts as a decisive punch, fully capitalizing on the debuff window that Arsenal created earlier. Finally, we have the passive skill Acrobat Attack, which is the key to ensuring Arsenal is always ready for battle and can unleash his ultimate quickly. This passive provides 2 main benefits. First, it directly increases Arsenal's physical attack by 25% at level 5, boosting the power of all other skills. Second, and perhaps the most important, is the ability to gain energy at the start of the battle. Each Outsiders or Teen Titans ally present increases Arsenal's energy by 6%, stacking up to a maximum of 30%. This helps Arsenal reach the required energy threshold to use Rain of Destruction much earlier, which is especially important in fast-paced battles, turning him into a DPS capable of delivering massive burst damage right from the early moments. Thus, Arsenal's new skill set is a tight combo sequence. Skill 1 debuffs, Skill 2 maintains DPS and takes advantage of the debuff, the ultimate delivers explosive damage, and Skill 4 ensures speed and power. After seeing the power of the new skill set, next important thing is how to maximize Arsenal's effectiveness on the battlefield. Because every skill of Arsenal, from the turret's damage in Retribution to the rain of arrows and Rain of Destruction, directly depends on his attack stat. The number 1 priority must be to focus entirely on increasing attack. You need to stack all main and substats in equipment to maximize this stat. Besides that, to turn Arsenal into a true physical damage dealer, we cannot ignore crit rate and critical damage. Once you have a stable critical rate, the physical critical damage stat will help him deliver much stronger burst hits. Therefore, the optimal equipment sets for Arsenal will be sets that increase attack or increase crit rate or critical damage, helping him deal the highest possible damage in the shortest amount of time. Finally, the team building process must be tight to support his passive acrobat attack. This passive provides energy regeneration right at the start of the battle. To maximize it, you need to pair Arsenal with as many allies from the Outsiders or Teen Titans factions as possible. This will help Arsenal unleash Reign of Destruction as early as possible. At the same time, Arsenal performs best when paired with other physical DPS units because he is the one who applies Deadly Mark, a debuff that increases physical damage taken by 20%. When Arsenal marks a target, other physical DPS in the team will fully exploit this damage window, creating a lineup overloaded with physical damage that is almost unbeatable. The lineup I think is the best is Martian Manhunter, Starfire, Arsenal, Nightwing, and Batgirl. Or replace Batgirl with Red Robin to have an additional tanker who can also support Nightwing to some extent. And since he is also a Titan, he helps increase energy for Arsenal as well. However, Red Robin will have a harder time surviving if he does not go with the Bat Family faction because he needs increased crit rate to improve his survivability. After analyzing the skill set and the build path in detail, we can confirm that Arsenal has gone through a complete transformation, shifting from a mid-tier character to an essential pillar in physical lineups. However, he also has his own strengths and weaknesses that need to be considered. In terms of strengths, Arsenal is now a dual source of physical damage, including both burst damage from his ultimate and stable, automatic damage from the turret. Most importantly, his ability to apply the new Deadly Mark debuff increases the target's physical damage taken by 20%. This is an extremely rare and powerful buff that benefits your entire physical team. Moreover, with the upgraded Acrobat Attack passive, Arsenal becomes much more flexible as he can effectively pair with both Outsiders and Teen Titans allies, ensuring he always has enough energy to deal early damage. However, Arsenal also has some weaknesses to consider. Although his total damage is very high, the ultimate Reign of Destruction deals damage randomly. This can be less effective in situations where you need to focus fire on an important single target. Additionally, Arsenal's maximum effectiveness depends on maintaining the Deadly Mark debuff throughout its 8-second duration, so he must be well protected to consistently use skill 1.
I'm used to working without a
My final advice for players: if you are looking for a new physical DPS who can increase damage for the entire lineup and can use his ultimate early, Arsenal is a very valuable investment after this update. He is a must-build choice for anyone wanting to upgrade their physical team. And that is all the in-depth analysis of Arsenal after the major update of DC Dark Legion. As we can see, this change has given Roy Harper completely new life, turning him from an overlooked character into a top-tier physical DPS who can empower the entire team thanks to the powerful Deadly Mark. If you are still hesitant to invest in Arsenal, I hope this video has provided enough information for you to confidently build him and include him in your battle lineup. If you found this video helpful and want to see more guides and character analyses in DC Dark Legion, do not forget to hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you will not miss any new videos from our channel. How have you built your Arsenal? Do you agree that he is the strongest physical DPS right now? Leave your thoughts and share your optimal lineup in the comments section below so we can discuss together. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.